Test, test.
The software is a little bit easier. Now this one, if we were gonna do a hardcover one, I would make the pages because the cost of printing until we get over 100 pages is minimal. So I would read it
So we
to
can
you
actually,
in order to print them.
oh wait, that's the live stream. So we can actually control it. That, that might go too fast. Yeah, yeah. Their op spot, scale two. Yeah. Yeah, so I had one of these on the media bus, and then we had one on the um, ATV that was on there. I don't know how much they charge, but honestly, it can't be too expensive. But yeah, no, great way.
I know. For the pins, do you want to have those people come up and actually put in their pins? Yep. For 150. Say, yeah, have them come up and stand. So I'll just do those, we can do the 90-hour recognition cards around the front, so we'll let people grab their themselves. But we'll still, come up here, we'll take a picture. Yeah, I wondered if I should have made signage, just didn't go. I probably had 2 dozen people that
Let's go.
We look like twinsies.
yes, that's how you solve it. We'll probably post some of the volunteers out there to explain it to people who are not using it. These are here and they're smart enough to figure it out, that's fine.
Yeah, if they want to grab.
Yeah, that.
So the actual special designations will be up here.
Where do you want me to call?
How he gave his life on Calvary to save a wretch like me.
find him. He's got 5 there anyway. Those chairs are very precarious.
No, I'm not stealing. I'm just looking.
Well, no, you should be able to go to the left more.
I want to go that way.
Okay.
We'll go take.
Okay. That'll work.
Well, where, I mean,
Speakers are.
yes, I was going to say
Yeah.
speakers are up here, right?
Yep.
Oops. You're going to have to reframe. I turned it.
David,
Oh.
that's my son.
Oh, okay.
He shook my car.
Yeah. Yeah, how you doing?
I would do well. Did a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, that's always good. Yeah, yeah.
It's so quick too. I was waiting for you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, she should be here at some point.
Well, it's great to be here with y'all today. Does anybody have a farm, been on a farm, lived on a farm, or anything like that? All right, anybody know what a farm is? Well, it happens to be a really cool place where I get inspiration from farmers. So I wrote a song called "Country Thing to Do," and I'm gonna play that for y'all right now, and then have some fun with it. Here we go. Pretty sure we met each other in Mrs. Johnson's homeroom. They were high school sweethearts a minute when they said, I do. Stand up for what you believe in. When that's the country thing to do. Yeah, that's the country thing. Yeah, live your life the best you can. Best you can, stand up for what you believe in, win or lose, 'cause that's the country thing to do. Tell the ones you love I love you, and always tell the truth, 'cause that's the country, that's the country, yeah, that's the country thing to do. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, this is a fantastic group of folks for letting me come out today. I can tell a lot of work and planning and prayer and effort goes into something like this. And like we go to shelters, the numbers getting pretty high now. Across 24 states and 3 countries. My wife and I, we've been married 18 years, and my 2 kids. And so I think myself, for me, I mean, there's a lot of places in my heart and my soul I think still needs some fixing. But just relying on the mercy of God and knowing that even when I'm broken, I can look up. And so I wrote a song called Beauty in the Broken. And it goes a little something like this. Real love is full of heartaches. Sometimes you learn them hard, 'cause it's the only way you know. Get lost in the steps you missed. And how did things ever fall apart? Some things you never get to say. Some people ain't meant to stay. 'Cause there's letting go and letting go. So if you're gonna break and fall, so if you're gonna break and fall, springtime brings it rain. Sometimes standing in it helps you wash away the pain. So if you're gonna break and fall apart, find the best. There's a little bit of light left in the dark. There's beauty in the broken. Thank you very much. Thank you. Some of you might remember a song they wrote a long time ago. It was called "We Are the World," and I got inspired by that song. But it was probably getting a message out that should be heard more today. Just really being kind, compassionate to each other, loving each other, and there's just a lot to be said about that. So I wrote a song that I really love to perform out. It's called "Love Louder," and it goes. There's a million voices making noise in the world today. People shout, preaching through their head, and it feels like love's a whisper or a silent prayer. Sometimes you forget that it's even there. So turn it up, just like your favorite song. From the bottom of your heart out all the way to the downers, let's make love louder. There used to be a time you could always find someone's helping hand. People giving, people loving, whatever happened to them. Nowadays it seems like love is falling on deaf ears. If we keep it quiet, it's gonna disappear. So someday, maybe one day, together we can sing and drown out all the hate and the downers. Let's make love louder, sweeter, kinder, a whole lot louder. So turn it up, just like your favorite song. From the bottom of your heart to the top of your lungs, let it ring like a church bell on Sunday. Maybe one day. So let's make love louder, louder, louder. Oh, love louder. Thank just recently, the LA Angels called me up and said, would you come out to LA and sing the national anthem for us when the Cincinnati Reds come to town? It didn't make me, but they asked me to sing, take me out to the ball game. I'm not going to sing that one for y'all today, but I do feel like it's appropriate to sing the national anthem with us all today. What do y'all think? Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave? God bless you.
He'd stick around, but he's got another show, so we're going to pack him up and he's going to take off. But thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all don't have to stay quiet. Just so you know, we're going to probably wait until about 2:45 to get started, so please socialize and enjoy eating. because it shut off at some point, and then.
Is my collar still tucked in right? Sorry, I'll let you know on this. I didn't realize that happened.
Well, I don't know if they turned it off intentionally so he wasn't getting blinded up there.
Oh, that could happen.
That's what I think happened. So I just want to make sure it's ready before we.
Dude, look at Jerry's fucking setup.
I know.
So I made it so it's mirroring now. Okay, we might have to reconnect. Bingo. Sweet.
Oh, hey, there's a whole bunch of tables. There's mission patches and stickers, and for volunteers, your coffee mugs if you're hitting your 3-year mark. Lots of stuff out there. If you don't understand, feel free to ask a staff or a board member, and they can help walk you through the system. Also, Leon has a whole lot of lost and found items, including this really foxy hat and a squishy pad that you can sit or kneel on. So if you lost something during the 50-mile march, you should also visit Leon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I should say, and I say family on purpose because that's what this room feels like. Not a crowd, not an audience, not just some random event. You're all part of a tribe, and we use that word a lot. But what a tribe is, people who show up for each other. 10 seconds just to be still. This is the only time in our day that we will get to sit still. And let's talk, let's reflect for the brothers and sisters. Reflection. Thank you. People often ask, how did the march start? And the truth is, there wasn't a big announcement of, here's how we're going to solve the world's problems. It was just 6 people who came together to follow through on a promise. And one of the promises made was, when I got back on my feet, that I would give back. We said we'd raise $2,500 and to split between both. But here's what I've learned along the way. It's not a story about miles, it's a story about moments. It's the moment a veteran who's quiet in the corner finally exhaled and said, I didn't think anyone saw me. It's the moment the spouse admitted, I'm scared for our family. In his 40th mile, we miscalculated and didn't know that there was gravel still. Do not touch me. At that moment, we knew something was moving inside of him, and it was moving us too. You're almost there. That's just like in life. We're almost there. We talk about mental health and we talk about homelessness for our veterans, but mental health is a large issue of what we have today. And right there is when someone shows a lot of resolve. The more steel your mindset is, the better. And when you use the words, I'm glad you're here, I hope you listen to that. Because some of us may not have been here. Some of us should not be here. And I know there's somebody battling tonight, right now, and your heart is heavy. You have a seat at the table, we see. That which I watched that video a lot. You'll hear incredible voices tonight, people who talk about the heart of the mission, the impact, and the road ahead. You'll hear gratitude, outcomes, and what's next. My role right here at the beginning is really easy. I'm here to remind us why we showed up. We showed up because hope isn't a slogan, it's a message we carry. It's a responsibility. We showed up because a home isn't. If you worked or volunteered with us this year, you know every step tells the truth about grit, about compassion. Today, all I'm asking you to do is what this tribe has always done. Lean in. Let yourself feel something today. I want to celebrate. I see all these clappers and things at the table. I want you to cheer for each other. I want you to celebrate each other. Because that's what home feels like. Being seen, being known, and celebration. Welcome to the next chapter in a story that belongs to all of us, to a movement that belongs to all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing, and thank you for most of all for choosing to be on this movement with us. Let's get started.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. You know me, you obviously haven't read your email. I'm Brianne. I have the privilege of being the executive director of the 50 Mile March Foundation. So grateful to have all of you here. We talk all the time about what it means to be the tribe. There are so many sponsors this year that I had a hard time fitting them all on one slide. Truly, these folks have bought in. They have become part of the heart of our mission. I would like to introduce one of our sponsors today who's going to share a few words. Tom Simmons created Tom and the Better Homes and Gardens family have embraced our vision. As sponsors, volunteers, walkers, supporters, you name it, they've probably done it. This year they continue to enhance our mission by leading the way with flash matches and sponsorship of the Welcome Home Landing site. We're grateful for their continued support. I'd like to welcome Tom Simmons to share a few words.
Wow, this looks a little different than it did 6 years. 6 short years. It's amazing what momentum is. So I'm interested in making the hair on everybody's back. This is not a political statement. I'm one philosophy. Veterans. Stand up right now. Stand up. Now give yourself. Everybody should be standing because everybody who's in this room today is doing something for veterans. Everybody give yourselves a round. Okay, you can all sit down. My little exercise is over. It is a privilege to be having a tremendous amount of respect and appreciation for what you all are doing every day. And you are a conduit to the 50-mile march. And that is important. It's about people. You know, yeah, there's volunteer organizations up here, and sure, money helps without action. The action of all those people in this room far outweighs the importance of the money, because the money doesn't happen without the people advocating for the veterans and bringing people along. See, Jay to participate in the sponsorship of this organization, and please, 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 continue on. Do the great work. There isn't a greater cause out there. There isn't a more important set of people that deserve our admiration, respect, and commitment. I'm very, very proud to be associated with this organization, and I'm extremely grateful to be here with you all today. Thank you very much.
Tom, thank you so much. Thanks to all the sponsors in the room. Truly, we could not do what we do without each and every single person here. Selfishly, one of my favorite parts of this event every year is the dress code. When it says "come as you are" on the invite, it's because we all want the chuckle of Bree wearing the boots that she's wearing, of Ed Frazier wearing his full-on service dress. So, all right, the event team that made today possible, primarily Leon, Bree, and then Jody Teal. Can you stand if you're not already standing? Where's Leon at? He can come take over if he wants. Okay, so I think Jay set the stage pretty well. I do want, just because we have spouses and we have children and we have friends in the room, I think it's important that we talk about the March cycle. One of my of, hey Dad, why do you do the 50-mile march? And my answer is pretty quickly, it's always important to be in the service of others. They're 8, they're 4, they're a little young for that lesson right now. But I think it's important to really illustrate sign up goes live, right? We're at 160 plus folks already signed up for next year. And sign-ups and the story. It's a little absurd to me that we close our sign-ups in January. Can I join? Can I walk? Those folks try to join in June and in July, and we're pretty quick to deliberately say, next year, absolutely. This is where we set the stage for the mission of that year, right? We just finished our 6th. We had over 300 people attend that this year. Importantly, though, we cover our why. We certainly have hit on that a couple of times, but from this and homelessness, by fostering a community of hope and a relentless support. Period. We challenged our platoon leaders this year deliberately to schedule as many training rucks as possible. It got to a point where I had to silence notifications in group meetings we talk so much about. In the background, at the same time, as we're starting fundraising, as we're starting our training, the planning team, Jeff Kilgore, out the mission, getting all the necessary stuff ready to launch, and then keeping us safe from mile 1 through mile 50. In April, we had the first required objectives, our first pass-fail checkpoint, if you will, right? In April, you had to have $100 in funds raised, and you had to do the 20-miler with us successfully. About a 3.5-mile pace. We deliberately wanted to challenge, walk 2 loops around that lake, and do that together. It was also a test for the platoon leaders. We were really exercising our leadership team around that lake and making sure that we had the right people that were passionate about keeping across the finish line. Every single detail was discussed. If I have to hear the phase of the moon from Martin Appridge one more time. It was everything from that to what type year. That was a first for us. We've always had people that are CPR certified in the formation, but we had the largest formation possible. We deliberately went in to stack the deck. Fortunately, CPR not required in that setting on the path. Now, we're to early August. Each individual that's been walking has put in 300, 400, 500 plus miles of training. And when you start to do the math, 4 miles an hour, that's no small time commitment put on by the people in this room. It's truly a remarkable thing. And a requirement. That list of folks that we leaned into at the end of March was a very, very, very small group. We filled it and we talked about socks and we talked about how to, how to avoid chafing. Just all the fun things that everybody loves to get together and talk on a Saturday. Launch sequence of laying down for 22 minutes, of final mission briefing from platoon leaders, of forming up. 22 very slow hours later, we crossed the finish line. How many of you started to cry when you saw the hill at Nebraska Brewing? Don't lie. 4,000 people that were there to greet us. We started, finished it together. If you look at our growth line, this year's March is nothing shorter than 66 and $778,000. That's a chart that we can all. Well, I did not know the tough conversations that we've had to get people help, and all the awesome conversations that we've had of friends being friends. Of deliberate, I don't want to leave anybody off, but I want to get some recognition of key groups. So applaud as I ask them to stand. If you were on the medical team, the foot care team, the hospitality team, please stand. Most of you are standing, but please stand if you're recognized. Next group is a special one to me. If you helped others fundraise, or if you realized that you were going to bring in more than you needed to participate, and you shifted some funds to another walker. Okay. I'm going to bring Bree back up. She's grown by about 6 inches. I've tried to set the stage with where we've been headed next.
All right, Shirley. 1 year ago at this very same event, little did we know that 3 months later we would be standing on the future site of the community of hope. I've truly seen this group make the impossible seem possible, and I've certainly had to eat my words more than once. The power of the 50-mile tribe has moved our mission forward in leaps and bounds over and over and over again. 45 days to close on the community of hope property, and I did not write this in a script, but I've never bought land before. I've certainly never bought agricultural or commercial land before. It was a 45-day adventure that I would never recommend anybody else doing. But truly, I know Carla and some of our Western National Banks say thank you for everything you do. Sorry, I have to also do slides. Okay, that's me. Each year, the 50-mile march mission has truly grown in impact, both in the number of individuals participating through marching, volunteering, donating, in-kind support, and attendance at our landings. And those funds came from over 4,500 supporters, which was a 31% increase in unique donors to our organization. currently have all of our available residential spaces rented. Our storage facility is operating smoothly, and I think at nearly 90% occupancy of Hope. The Omaha Area Veterans Alliance, which we helped incept, celebrated 1 year of impact in August and has grown to over 175 members representing over 90 unique nonprofit and public organizations. We've been able to make meaningful impact for our veteran community by providing efficient referral, more impact ahead. Before the end of 2025, we look forward to launching services with multiple program partners who will be offering services on the existing Community of Hope campus site, bringing much needed mental health services, small business and entrepreneurial development, peer support services, and resiliency training to the veteran community on our campus. We look forward to launching a capital campaign this winter to move us close to November to support and launch the capital campaign and help build valuable relationships for the 50 Mile March Foundation. I honestly can't say truly enough how much I appreciate each one of you, every member of our tribe. Each one of you has truly touched. You can applaud for them. You've been pretty great. Help if I also grabbed the checks. Hey, if you're a nonprofit that I have money for, see me before the end because I didn't take the checks out of my bag. Since our inception in 2020, the 50 Mile March Foundation has awarded over $600,000 this year in microgrants to nonprofit organizations serving veteran projects. We have and will continue to make grant making a part of our mission. This year, our grant RFP saw 17 proposals from amazing organizations serving the metro area. Today, we're
our first one up is Addie's USA. Addie's USA is services to providing programming for those who prefer not to access the VA, are unable to see a therapist in a timely fashion, or family members who are not eligible for VA services. At Addie's USA, Preferred Provider Network, evidence-based trauma treatment on our sliding scale fee. Through Addie's USA's trained peer support specialist, Addie's USA also loved ones who don't directly suffer from PTSD, but feel the impact of the trauma throughout their entire family. Grant funds will cover the cost of Addie's USA's therapy sessions, peer support services, and a holistic wellness.
Recipient is the Bravo Zulu Adventure Group. Bravo Zulu is dedicated to honoring and empowering veterans, first responders, healthcare workers, and their families by creating transformative outdoor adventures and social events. Their mission is to provide these individuals. Funds will be used for Project Neptune, which provides veterans with access to the healing power of scuba diving by removing financial, physical, and logistical barriers to participation. Congratulations, Bravo Zulu. Heartland Equine Therapeutic Riding Academy, HETRA. Awarded grant funds will help provide equine services for veterans and their families or caregivers, including adaptive riding programs, therapy services, equine experience events, adaptive carriage driving, and peer connection opportunities like Veterans Coffee Hours. Congratulations, HETRA. I'm so excited to get to present this one. Heroes Encore, whose founder introduced myself and my husband to the 50-mile march. This is for Heroes Encore. They're dedicated to the 50-mile march. This is for Heroes Encore. They're dedicated to guiding military veterans, transitioning service members with a sense of purpose. Funding provided by this grant will provide graduation bundles for enrollees in the program, including an acoustic electric guitar and associated support materials, so they can continue their musical journey after completion of their 12-week program, as well as opportunities for additional coursework including songwriting, vocal training, and performance. Congratulations, Heroes Encore.
Yeah!
And performance. Congratulations, Heroes Encore.
Yeah!
Hero Stock, slide advance. Hero Stock believes in the power of music, camaraderie, and support to bring healing and connection. Since their inception, Hero Stock has worked with more than 140 nonprofit organizations to provide knowledge of these essential services spanning housing, mental health, support. Funds received will support the 2026 Hero Stock event in Ashland, Nebraska, which we're very excited is not the same day as the 50-mile march. In Ashland, Nebraska, we look 50-mile march. In Ashland, Nebraska, we look forward to being there and ensuring the continuation of this great community resource event. Congrats.
Homeless services. Their mission is to provide help, hope, and opportunities for our neighbors who are experiencing homelessness by meeting the basic needs of these individuals while also working to address the underlying causes contributing to their housing instability. Operating both an emergency shelter and the only all-veteran transitional housing program in the region, funds awarded through this grant will provide housing to those who need it, addressing mental health, financial stability, job readiness, and social support systems.
Our next recipient is Together. Together transforms lives by providing food and housing through access, advocacy, and this grant will benefit direct service programs. Fills the need for affordable home preservation by offering critical home repairs to veterans at no cost with low to moderate income, including HVAC replacements, siding repair, electrical work, and roof repairs. This grant will provide one of 16 home repairs Habitat plans to complete in 2026 and the amazing work they're currently doing for our veteran community. Now, we'd like to transition to honor some of our internal community for their dedication to the mission. Sorry, clicking is challenging today. If you've had the pleasure of interacting with this year's honorary commander, you already know the passion that he has for our mission. As our first non-marcher to lead the mission as honorary commander, Hillcrest Health and Living Community has truly embraced the mission of the 50-mile march, becoming a significant part of the fabric of our tribe. Dr. Hatcher returned this year for a second time as a volunteer on our medical team, and believe it or not, he pledged to come back again next year already. We're truly grateful for all that he does for the 50-mile march. He also was unable to join us today, but please join me in congratulating Dr. Hatcher.
The 50-mile March Morale Award. This year, we're inspired by many of our tribe to withdraw from the march journey this year. She raised over 1,000 and solicited raffle and silent auction items and supported multiple events throughout the year to cause. Please congratulate me in joining these two individuals. Nate Pyatt and Jerry Engen on the.
So I've been a board member now March cycle as the president of the board. Last year I didn't realize I was setting a standard when I gave Jay the Presidential Award to thank him for 5 years of doing this. I set the standard unbeknownst to myself, so I had to do a little bit of digging. It might say depleted uranium on it. I can't confirm nor deny it was used in the invasion of Iraq in 2003, but it was used in the invasion of Iraq in 2003. A group of people, so this is going to hang on our campus, be a traveling trophy of types, if you will, and this will become the permanent presidential award every year. So if you're a platoon...
Kind of slow for the pace.
Don't know John Jones. John joined us last year at the young age of 76 years old in the 50-mile march, and his family gave him a very beautiful award, and he has decided that he'd like to pay it forward. So John Jones.
But I've had it for a year, and I'd like to pass it on to this year's oldest marcher. And so Chip Frazier can't join us; he's not here, but his son Ed is here to receive it on Chip's behalf.
Hey, this is a family-friendly venue, so keep it PG. But we've got Chip on the speaker. Next year, we'll see.
Every movement begins with a great story. Today, we have the honor of recognizing 2 extra. Year number 2, I sat at a table. Taylor introduced us and said, hey, kind of like how their family's sitting right now, just like that. And I sat at this table and I was looking at Paul. Paul was talking, nodding his head, and the kids were nodding their head, and you don't even know what it is yet. She goes, well, whatever it is, we're in 100%. They're builders of the connection, champions of the community, and steadfast partners in the mission of the 50-mile march. From the very beginning, when this march was just an idea, Paul and Kim believed in us. They didn't just open their doors. The company became more than a venue. It became a gathering place, a launching pad, a place to rally. I can't read through all this. Do you know how much they do for our community? Not just for the veteran space, but when power is out, when people need refuge. spend time there. Let us gather there more often. Veterans we serve. It is my privilege to present you Paul and Ken Kavilak of Nebraska Brewing Company, the MVP Award.
I want to jump in real fast. When we discussed this award initially, this is not just an award for Paul and Ken. Raise your hand if you were part of the chaos prior to this year at the landing site. I'm sorry, I'll apologize again. The landing site of the 50-mile march has never been an afterthought because it's truly the culmination of all of our work. However, the landing site has traditionally been, a large majority of our leadership is out on the march. This year, the Kavilak crew, not the best it's ever been, managing our vendors, volunteers, joining Tom Hazel with Anchor Roofing. I can't believe the difference, and you all obviously articulate. Respect, commitment, service, and integrity are something we strive to achieve daily in our work and are the North Star that guides us as we work forward with our mission every day. Our inaugural winner, for whom this award is named, Leon Haith, who aptly is hiding, but honored to present this award, he chose me to be the mouthpiece. Joining us for their second year as a volunteer, this individual spent over 1,000 hours doing route recon leading up to led to improved mapping, traffic support, and organization. And he did it with a smile on his face. The second winner of our Leadership Values Award, who also could not join us today, is Jack Kilgore. March, as we purchase the Community of Hope property and our continued expansion in the scope of our work, additional support has been paramount in the success of our mission. The next two individuals we would like to honor. So, y'all don't know, we are a grand staff of 3, and we've grown over, I don't want to show the picture yet because people are going to know who it is. It's a surprise. I'll try. There's a lot of peanut galleries up here, y'all. If you got the opportunity to visit 39th and Cape Park, the other volunteer I'd like to honor today, I'd like to specifically honor Alicia Walkup and Julie Beckner for seeing the need in our community and creating a solution. Don't be weird, you gotta come up here and take a picture. Womp womp. Alright, well, you know, we'll just smile with that anyway.
All right, pin time. So, this is Mile Club recognitions. I just want to share for those of you who don't maybe notice the full magnitude of what 50 miles means. As earlier, Adam was talking about 300, 400, 500 miles in preparation. I've got some if you need some. But you're really committed. 50 miles is a lot. One mission is enough. Some of you keep coming back. So here we'll have a couple of 300-mile recognitions today. So let's start with 150 miles. If you, I hope we haven't missed anyone, but this is 150 completed miles, not miles that I started. So I'll give you an example, like myself. There's 300 miles that I could have completed. I've only completed 250. Okay, because one I did make it all the way through. But Regardless, I'm talking about completed miles, okay? So if you participated, God bless you, but if you finished it, completed it, your name should be up here. Auntie and Leisha Walker, please come on up and get your 150-mile thing. Hurry up, walk like you mean it. We got a lot to go through. Let's go. These are 150-mile points which are earned. Hurry, we're going to move fast. Here we go. All right, the next club recognition is 200 miles. 200 miles. Brian Cooper, Sherry Erickson, Jody Foster, Chip Frazier, Bill Reese, and Michael Severe. Ron, you're 150. And then Sherry Erickson here at 200, if you'll take your photo right there, up with you. That's 200. The next is Robert Sykes and Joe Wilson. Come on up, 250 miles. Co-founders, Jamie and Ben Seaman, they have hit 300 miles, and the person who is here today is my neighbor who started walking with me, training with me, reconning the route at 8:30 the night before we walked 50 miles for the very first time. Ladies and gentlemen, the guy with the longest legs, the pace that will piss you off, please welcome John Bodie! All right, volunteers, Bree said, then she's taking over. For those of you who have achieved 3 shifts with us, it's not a 24-hour shift because it starts early and it ends earlier, which doesn't make any sense, right? It's almost 30 hours of a day for you to volunteer, crouch, get on your knees, stand up, carry tables, feed us, ask, do you need anything? That's tears. I want to tell a story real quick about Roxanne. Roxanne, the very first mission, I went to this Perspire studio where she was working because one of the people who worked there, and she said, it's right up his alley. And you know, as I think, sure, you know, like everyone's interested in this. She showed up, she brought her husband along, and she has been with us ever since. Oh, Roxanne, I appreciate you.
Together, the 6 individuals we're about to run Operation Home Base. I'd like to invite Sherry Erickson, Tammy Griffiths, Greg Ham, Jody Jefferson, Todd Kozaliski, and Jerry Teeter to the front. I also want to give a quick shout out. If you see some of this beautiful artwork that we're about to y'all can trade, they're all unique. So you decide which ones you want to fight over. Collect them, they're like Pokemon, you have to collect them all. Surprised by this year's top fundraising award. Over the course of her 3 years of participation, this individual has raised more than $65,000 to benefit the mission of the 50 Mile March Foundation. Her dedication to honoring the legacy of her friend Amy, to support the local veteran community and the community at large are inspiring. Leveraging her amazing baked goods, y'all seriously, if you have not had them, you're missing out. not good for you. Tribe, she's not only been our top fundraiser for 3 years in a row, but she also now co-chairs our fundraising committee, is a platoon leader, and has stepped into a seat on our board of directors. Her fundraising total this year exceeded $32,000. Our very own Jody Jefferson March decided to set a fundraising goal of $21,121. Instead of soliciting personal donations to meet his goal, he encouraged donors. Instead of soliciting personal donations to meet his goal, he encouraged donors to support those at the bottom of our fundraising leaderboard. I can't say to support those at the bottom of our fundraising leaderboard. I can't say for certain the donors instead of themselves. I would like to honor Blake Martin for inspiring giving in this unique way and leading from the back. Again, if you are, Blake could not be here today, but if you are a marcher who fundraised for other marchers this year, could you stand one more time because I'd like to recognize you as well. A marcher who fundraised for other marchers this year, could you stand one more time because I'd like to recognize you as well. Well, that's what it means to be part of the team. I love it. Group pitched an idea to the 50-mile march leadership team. Their vision was to create an event. Mile march was held on Saturday, August 23rd from 7 p.m. to midnight at Hillcrest Grand Lodge. Bringing a group of residents and to midnight at Hillcrest Grand Lodge. Bringing a group of residents and community members to fundraise, walk, socialize, play bingo, which I heard was highly fundraise, walk, socialize, play bingo, which I heard was highly contested, and also some going away. Yeah, you want to talk? It's your turn.
Up to Jay, up to me, the board gets together and argues about it via text. Just in us saying we want the tribe to be involved in this. So go ahead and scan the QR code. I'm going to walk through a few names. Let's get some voting knocked out. Jay still wants his vote. So.
I get one.
Nonprofit. Operation Invictus, which is Latin for unconquered, undefeated, inspired by the poem by William Ernest Henley, made famous by Nelson Mandela. Inspired by Henry's own struggles with illness, its message of strength, determination, and overcoming adversity align with our mission and vision for the future. Our community as we rise. We'll give it 30 more seconds. Marie's going to come close us out with some final important.
I want to make sure you all have these dates committed to memory. So our initial mission briefing will be Saturday, January 10th for Operation Freedom Path. Qualifier Rock on to offer it up to y'all to go on a train ride to do some fundraising and kind of down and board the heritage fleet that Union Pacific has, and true heritage fleet that Union Pacific has, and truly I was blown away to board. What a beautiful and I just want to say thank you once more for being here today. And offering up part of your Sunday to celebrate.
I want to recognize how hard it is to run a nonprofit in today's climate. I want to tell you how it looks cool from the outside, how sometimes you see Bree, oh, she's at another event, oh, she's built, made to her. People telling her she's going to show up and then the lights burn out at the front door. People asking her for her time when her time is already spoken for. And I know it takes a family docs, weird executive director. Have ideas, she's gone through them 10 times. So from a get, and Steve, from you just watching and beginning to participating forward to the nonprofit world. So for that, we're going to close it out here. But I'd like to say thank you to Brianna Schuler, our executive director.